Doing a little get ready with me as I tell you guys about the one time I fought a customer at work. Also, don't mind the dogs. They're always barking and they're fucking annoying. I am not a dog person, so I am a cat person. But anywho, that's besides the point. I just like some dogs. Anyways, get to the story. So basically, there was this Friday before New Year's. This Friday before New Year's, there was some family that came in. They were kind of like already like angry because they were waiting, and Fridays were super busy, and so they were waiting, and as they were waiting, they kind of got into a little argument with another one of our customers. So notice how they're already coming in with this like attitude. But anywho, so this family gets seated and I'm still working. I'm actually cleaning one of my tables because I had a big party that day. There was like 12 people, so I was cleaning up my tables, and this family comes in, and at the time we had QR codes that they could scan to see your menus, you know, because ever since like COVID, everybody has QR codes. So as I'm cleaning my table, I just hear a big, "Hello, can we get menus?" And I was like, "Oh sure, they're gonna be on the napkin dispenser, the QR codes, you could just scan them, and that is how you will get your menus." And she's like, "Well, I don't have fucking internet, so how the fuck do I do that?" And I was like, I'm sorry, like there's nothing I can do about it, but that's the only way we could provide you with the menu." And she got so like fucking agitated, I don't even know, and started telling me, "Well, you're the one that fucking works here, what the fuck, da 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 da." Like she started yelling, and I'm like, "Bitch, like you're being real ghetto right now, like shut the fuck up." So I was just like, "Can you please not speak to me like that? You know, I'm treating you with respect, just don't talk to me like that." And she's like, "Oh, that's just the way that I talk," right? But as she's saying this, her little fucking daughter, annoying ass little bitch, is over here fucking talking shit to me and saying that she could talk to me however the fuck she wants. Excuse me? So I was like, "Ma'am, if I talk to you the way that I talk, we would have had a problem." And that's when her daughter proceeds to get up and get in my face. And I'm like, "Do not, like, back up. Do not even make me do this right now." Because I've fought at work before. Any fucking who. So the daughter gets up, gets all in my face, and starts disrespecting me, starts calling me names, and you know, the night continues, and I'm still working. I'm not clocking out. I'm not going on break. So she just keeps staring at me, and I keep staring at her back, because if there's one thing I'm gonna fucking do, is I'm gonna, you know, play a little staring contest with you. I don't know how you guys do this like in 3 minutes, but I'm gonna need like more time, so you guys can go ahead and go to part 2. I know I hate to be that bitch, but like, I'm sorry.
So I'm finna vent on here because I know my people tired of hearing my same story all the time. So yeah, so I've been dealing with this dude for like 13 years plus. We gonna call him T. But I've been knowing him since I was in like third grade, and he always liked me. Like I never liked him until like my freshman year. So my freshman year, that's when I finally started talking to him. So our relationship was cool. I was young. It was cool. It was puppy love. So I was young. So I don't know what I wanted. I don't know if I was like still trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But I was young, so I ended up cheating. So when I cheated, he started cheating. But when he was cheating, it was this girl posting pictures on Facebook and just broadcasting the shit like, "Oh, y'all together, right?" Okay. So now I'm mad. So I get into it with S. Man, S fought a couple times or whatever. Cool. Bam. Now I'm still dealing with T. But me and T going tit for tat. You cheat, I cheat. You do this. So now we getting older and we should be getting wiser, right? We should be. But at this point, our relationship is like going down the fucking drain. Like the relationship is not even a relationship no more. This shit is just a fucking situation. So it's like he just get the hating on me like out of nowhere. I don't know where the fuck this shit came from. He started pulling my hair out. He started fucking up my outfits when I come outside. Like every time he seen me, he used to try to like do something to me to like hurt me. Like I don't know what the fuck was wrong with him. Like he used to throw my purses on the fucking roof. He used to throw slushies on me. It was just so we both from the same neighborhood. We all know the same people. Like everybody know everybody. But it's like he didn't want me to be cool with nobody. It was like he used to want everybody to be against me.
One time I was talking to this guy on Bumble and he wanted to go on a first date and he wanted to go on a hike. And I know that's like a new thing now that people want to go on a hike and don't want to get a drink, don't want to do that. I was like, okay, that's fine, but I don't want to go on a hike. I don't want to go in the middle of nowhere in the woods with someone that I don't know. I was like, well, how about a park or something? He's like, no, I want to go on a hike. And I was like, okay, you're going to go on a hike by yourself then. I'm not going into the woods or into the middle of nowhere with someone I don't even know, sir. And he was like, all right, well, we can go for a drive then. I'm like, I don't want to go for a drive. If I didn't want to go on a hike, I don't want to go for a drive. I do not want to be alone with you, sir. That is not what we're going to do on a first date. Hello, people are crazy. So then he was like super pushy about it and I thought that was weird. And then he was like, well, that's fine. We can go to this park then. I'll pick you up. What's your address? And I was like, absolutely not. I'm not giving you my address. You're a stranger. And he was like, why? I want to be a gentleman. Why won't you let me pick you up? And I was like, you can be a gentleman in a million ways and you being super pushy right now is not the way to be a gentleman. I am not giving you my address. And he was like super aggressive about it. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to block you. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. So I blocked him on Bumble. Now, he didn't have my full name. He didn't have my phone number. All of a sudden I get this Facebook message and he was like, hey, sorry, I'm in the CVS parking lot. Someone pulled up next to me. He was like, hey, why did you block me? And I was like, bro, this is why I blocked you. First of all, you are super aggressive. You want to meet in the middle of nowhere. Second of all, you want my address. You're like, want to pick me up, whatever. And now you found me on Facebook. I do not know how. Like, I blocked you and unless you had my images saved and then you Google image search me after, like, why did you even have my picture? Like, how could you even find me after Bumble? So then I blocked him on Facebook and he finds me on Instagram. And I was like, bro, you are boo, 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 like setting off all sorts of alarms. So then I got back on Bumble and I like reported him to Bumble and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. He seems super creepy. He's super pushy about a first date. He wants to meet a first date in the middle of nowhere. He wants to meet in the woods. He wants to go for a drive, whatever. Now he's found me on all of these different forms of social media. So I blocked him. I blocked him here. I blocked him on all forms of social media that I can. And then I didn't hear from him again, but I was like, this is a little sketchy. So I have the guy's like information and I am always like watching the news to see if maybe he pops up as like a serial killer or something. But I think I might post him on one of those Are We Dating the Same Guys and just be like, hey, alert, alarms, like watch out for this dude because he wants to meet you in the middle of nowhere, wants your address, and then he gets really angry if you don't give it to him.
Shut the hell up because I'm gonna tell you a story time right now on how I figured out that one of my best friends from high school that I literally told everything and did every single thing with. Every single thing. Like, we could not go a day without either hanging out, texting, or FaceTiming each other. So, if you have a friend like that, pay attention. So I find out that this girl is secretly my bully. Who would have fucking thought? I fucking legit, if you've ever seen cyberbully, that's exactly how I felt. I was like, except for the whole suicide shit. But, ever since high school, every single time I got a boyfriend, this girl would say, he used to talk to me. He used to like me. He used to want to be with me. He used to want to date me. He used to ask me he wanted to go out with me. You should be careful. And this and that. She would literally like put it in my head about how bad these guys were so that I wouldn't date them. But, alright, anyways. All throughout high school, I've been wanting to do makeup. Of course, it wasn't so beautiful back then, but I used to do makeup and I would always have a page message me and tell me how freaking ugly I was, that my nose was huge, my makeup looked ugly, and I was never gonna be anything. I even used to get text messages from this person just literally telling me to KMS myself. Me and her disconnected, and then for a while I stopped getting those messages. Fast forward a few years, I start being her friend again and I start getting those messages again. It's so crazy because those messages were point perfect to exactly what I was going through in life, and every time I was sad and I had those really sad, depressed days, I got a message. So I go ahead and introduce her to my husband, my kids, and everything, and you know, off the bat she tells me, wow, I can't believe you're even dating that guy. And I'm like, yeah, of course, he's a wonderful guy, he's amazing, he's treated me well. And she's like, are you sure you're even happy being with a guy like that? Like, you deserve this, you deserve that, you need this, you need that. Knowing damn well I was happy. The crazy part comes up. So mind you, while she's telling me that my man's not good enough, that I need a better man, that I deserve better, this and that, but she's over here telling him in his ear how much of an amazing guy he is, that he's so sweet, he's a great person, and that anybody would be lucky to have him. I never caught that. She would tell me one thing and she would tell him another thing. Then I go ahead and have a talk with her about how I really want to be a makeup artist and an influencer, and I want to buy all these things, you know, to start my business and everything. And I'm telling her everything, like every single thing. The next day, I get a message from that person saying to not even try to do anything because I'm never going to amount to do anything in life. Same thing that they used to tell me in high school. I honestly start having dreams where she's like lighting my house on fire with me and my kids and my husband in it. So I take that as a gut feeling like, okay, something's wrong with her. Something's probably going on in her house. Me and her end up having a huge fight over some petty, dumb, irrational, stupid shit. Legit. Like, no reason for her and me to like end our friendship. But after that fight, she went straight to my man, messaged him, texted him, called him, left him a voicemail, trying to still be friends with him. What the fuck? Then a few days later, her cousin hits me up and sends me pictures of her asking her cousin, who already does like the Santa Muerte stuff, how to start an altar for me and my family. Mind you, this girl has gone to has done gender reveals with me. She had pictures of my ultrasound. She has everything. So I'm freaking out. And just, so then a close friend of both of ours ends up literally meeting up with me and coming over to my house because I got a new house and everything. And she tells me, so, you know, so-and-so is literally asking me about you, where you live and everything. And I was like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah. She's like, but I'm not gonna let her know because I know there's beef between you guys. And I'm like, I hope so. But you know how girls are. So, biggest mistake ever. Honestly, girls are like fucking, But yeah, so anyways, my house caught on fire a few days after that. So I don't know, I'm just really scared. I think this girl's really freaking crazy. She also stole my makeup packages, by the way. And then she started going on social media telling people to tell me to leave her alone, when all I did was tell her to leave my family alone. Yeah, you guys need to be careful about who you choose your best friends to be. You really need to check their family. Honestly, I hate to say it, but if their family is crazy, they're most likely crazy as well. So, yeah, this is just another tip. Do not re-friendship a friendship that has ended for a reason. And don't be telling anybody your business, honestly. You need to, before you start seeing people. But anyways, yeah, story time's over. I'm gonna eat my quesadillas now.
Can you believe that I'm tired of being friends with bitches that don't like me? And the thing is, you could really like a girl. Like, I love my homegirl. I've been knowing my homegirl for a very long time. I've been friends with my homegirl for a very long time. Sometimes I even call her my sister because of the way we bicker. But today is the last day I'm talking to her because I am so tired of that demon coming out of inside of her. Every time is my time to shine. She do it on my birthday. We was in Dominican Republic. You got so drunk with some niggas from London that you missed the birthday dinner. But you woke up after being blackout drunk. You woke up an hour later so you could make sure you made the boat for the niggas. Fuck my birthday. You did that. Why am I bringing it up again? Because you probably will see it. It's because those go together. Those go together because guess what? I got invited to a gala in New York City, and what you do? You get blackout fucking drunk, laying over on a table like this. Everybody know you with me. I don't know these niggas. They brought me up here for my brand. Regardless of how it played out, that's why we was here. They said, hey, you're a seamstress in Atlanta, Georgia. I want you to make some beautiful gowns for this party and promote it. Cool. I'm gonna bring my homegirl. What bad decision. I'm talking about. Let me let you know how the demon was really trying to come up. I'm gonna let you know We in an Uber. We're supposed to go to a place called Legos. It's in Times Square. But there's another one that's not in Times Square, but it's not lit. The place in Times Square, I put in the wrong address, so I went to the not lit one. We in a car, someone said, why you put this the wrong one? I'm like, fuck, it's the wrong one. Okay, what we gonna do? Duh, change the address, go to the next one. No, she wants to sit there and berate me. Why did you do that? I told you it was 2 different addresses. Now, the first time, you do get a pass. You letting out some frustration. Understandable. The second time, you got a kid at home, not right here, bitch. I am not your son. I am not your son. But I said, the first time, I'm like, okay, yeah, my bad. Well, let's just change the address. But I'm just saying, though, Britt, why would you do that if I told you that it would... 30 in April. 30 years old in April, baby. Don't talk to me like that. It's not necessary. But it's necessary for that demon that's inside of her because it wants to piss me off, to throw off everything so she could get buck and act crazy. She's the type of friend that will be quiet when it's just you and her, or just kind of be like mild and modest or whatever. And then as soon as other people come around, you got this big ass personality. Where did that come from? If you don't like me, I need more bitches to be real with themselves. If you don't like a bitch, stop hanging with her. Oh, but I like how it is, or I like what it... Be a real bitch to yourself and stop hanging with a bitch that you don't like, because everything that she does is like, hey, I don't like you. I made a dress for the gala. You think that she was trying to... And now it's like, oh, I was drugged. If you had came to the party under the guise of being with me, the person that the party was for, like, it wasn't for me, but I was a guest, I was like a, I don't know what you call it, like, I'm on the bed or some shit, I don't know, but, like, I'm there because I make dresses, and this is a dress party, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? If you had just came and stuck with me, instead of trying to go find random niggas for any reason, I don't think that you would have been blackout drunk, throwing up in an Uber, laying on tables, having random niggas help me. Like, Uber's kicking us out left and right. Uber's kicking us out. We got kicked out of 2 Ubers before we got anywhere. Why did you do that? You know why? Because there's a demon inside of you that is tapping into your deep subconscious to let you know that you don't like me. So stop fucking hanging around me, because every time it's something about me, you make it bad. You make it to where I'm getting frustrated. You do something that just puts me in an uncomfortable position. Always. It never fails. Virgo woman. And I'm a Taurus. So it's just like, listen, that's not my first Virgo friend. My first Virgo friend, Kaylin, everybody know about her. She used to do the same shit. I ended up randomly cutting her off one birthday. Now, don't get me wrong. I still love Kaylin. But, like, if a bitch can't be real with themselves that they don't like me, I'll do it for you. And so that's what I'm doing with her now. Because, like, how dare you? How dare you turn something that's supposed to be good for my brand and my business? I don't got no job except being a seamstress. I don't have no job except being a seamstress. I'm up here trying to pipe my shit. I'm in New York trying to pipe my shit up. And this is what you do? You try to start an argument about a wrong address? You act weird after it, like somebody did something to you? That shit was not cool. That shit was not cool. You get blackout drunk to the point to where people think that you have been drugged. Low key, I thought she was drugged. But my thing is, that opportunity would have never presented itself if you stayed with me. You were too eager to go find niggas. You didn't give a fuck that we were there for my dresses or any of those things. You wanted to go find niggas to hang out with and flirt with. And now you talking about something you think you was drugged. Why are you over there? Now I gotta take care of you.
You guys all voted for the worst celebrity client experience that I had as this voiceover, so here's the tea. I'm not going to say who this celebrity client is, and honestly, she's really not that great. She's in the fitness industry, but when I tell you this girl was acting like she is Beyonce, oh my God. This job was a 2-day job and it was a unpaid collaboration, which I don't care about. Sometimes experience and opportunity is worth far more than money. But unfortunately, this was the worst experience and there was no opportunity involved in it and I didn't get paid. So it was just wrong all over. This client wanted me in LA with her for a photo shoot with this pretty famous photographer. He had photographed Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Terry Crews, 50 Cent, Kim Kardashian. So of course I'm going to say yes. The second day, she had an appointment with Kim Kardashian's plastic surgeon, Dr. Simon, and she wanted me to be with her as her fake assistant. So that way she looks important in front of Dr. Simon. But since she wasn't going to pay for my services, she did say that she will drive us to LA, she will pay for my food, and she will get us not 2 rooms, just 1 room at the same hotel. I told her I'm not comfortable sharing a room. I literally do not know her. And if it's okay if I get my own room. This girl was cheap. Of course, she said no, so I got my own room myself. So the day of the photo shoot, she orders me an Uber, which she made the biggest deal out of. She did not want to pay for the $30 Uber ride. She kept asking me, isn't there someone that can just bring you? Anyways, I get to her house, I do her makeup. She wanted to vlog before we start driving to LA. But as she's vlogging, she's showing me as well, but she's referring to me as her assistant, not her makeup artist. And nothing wrong with assistants or anything, but why are you telling people I'm something that I'm not? Also, she spent the entire hour of me doing her makeup literally just talking about herself and her accomplishments and how amazing she is. I'm all for self-love, but at the same time, I didn't ask you a single question and you were babbling on about your life and your accomplishments and how amazing you are. This girl was not humble at all. She was not relatable. I wasn't able to have a single conversation with her. It was just me. Anyways, so now we are putting our things in her car. And out of nowhere, she accuses me of scratching her car. She literally tells me, you might not know nice things, but look what you just did. This is a nice car. You guys, we have the same car. She acted like she didn't hear me and she just kept saying, you scratched my car. You scratched my car. And I'm like, okay, where is this non-existent scratch that you speak of? She literally points to nothing and walks away. It's like she just wanted to prove or show that she has, I don't know, nicer things than me, or she's bigger than me or she's better than me. And even though it's not true, that little experience right there really actually did make me feel less than. Even though I'm not, we have the same car. And I'm not retarded. I can definitely put a suitcase in a trunk without damaging the car. And what I found really funny and strange was the fact that when we started driving, she then proceeds to tell me the story of how she got the car. She literally told me that she scammed the person she bought it from. The car was at a certain price and she had it shipped to her. She then contacted the person that she bought it from and said there was something wrong with it and she needs to take it to the mechanic to get it fixed. She sends the person a fake quote and tells them that this is how much it's going to take to fix the car, and the person sends her the money. But there was nothing wrong with the car and she didn't take it to the mechanic. She just got money from this guy for no reason. Anyways, we start driving and we're almost to LA, but we get hungry, so she offers to buy food. She gets us in and out. She only wanted to get me a burger, and I'm like, absolutely no, I'm a big eater. I need a full meal. And I wasn't shy to say it. Honestly, she had bothered me. She hurt me about the scratch thing. So I'm like, F her, I'm getting a meal. And thank God I wasn't shy with that because we literally didn't eat for the rest of the day. We get to the photo shoot and I do her makeup again for that. We stay the entire day till like 9-10 p.m. But it was really frustrating because, you know, every time I'm doing her makeup or her touch-ups, this girl is absolutely in love with what I'm doing. She keeps complimenting. She's got a mirror in her hand and she keeps complimenting her, you know, face and my work and everything. But as soon as the photographer walks past or comes near us, there's something wrong with the makeup somehow. It was really frustrating. And I think it's because I told her that I'm really excited to work with this photographer. You know, makeup artists and photographers work together all the time. So this could be a great opportunity for me to get my foot through the door. And I guess that triggered her for some reason. Because as soon as he comes close or walks past us, she embarrasses me in a way. Like there's something wrong with the makeup and she wants me to fix this and fix that. But as soon as he walks off, she's like, oh my God, no, actually it's perfect. Leave it. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, anyways, we get back to the hotel. It's like 1 in the morning and I am so exhausted. She then messages me and she's like, I want you by my room at 5 in the morning to do my makeup. I'm like, literally for what? All we have is Dr. Simon's appointment. But she wanted to go walk around Beverly Hills and vlog. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I haven't even been to Beverly Hills yet, so that's fun. I get up, I do her makeup, we go to Beverly Hills, we go to a cupcake place and she orders us just one cupcake each. I'm like, can I also get a water? She asks the lady at the counter, do you guys just do like cups of water? She's like, no, we just have bottles. She looks at me and she's like, do you really need water? Who asks someone that? Do I really need water? Let me think. Like it's truly embarrassing. And the worst part of it all, when we get to Dr. Simon's clinic, we're sitting and waiting. And she tells me, when we get inside, you are my assistant, remember? And you just sit there. You do not speak to Dr. Simon. I looked at her, I chuckled, and I walked right out the door. No one will ever treat me less than. A month goes by and she messages me again, another unpaid collaboration, but a great opportunity, so she says. This next photo shoot was with a photographer who photographed Jeffree Star, Kylie Jenner, Miley Cyrus, and even though I really wanted to do it, I said no. She had to pay me or else I couldn't do it. So then she has the audacity to call me unprofessional and greedy, and apparently all I think about is money.
A lot of boy moms are straight up birds and straight weirdos. Hey y'all, I'm Lily, and my boyfriend's mom helped him cheat on me. Yes. Let me explain what happened. Y'all already know with my story times, I tell you guys who is who, what is what, and what's tea. Let's get right into it, y'all. This is another story time about Thomas the Train. If you're new here, Thomas the Train is one of my ex-boyfriends. I call him Thomas the Train because this man has a round head, a fat face, and he has big old eyes. He literally looks like Thomas the Train, y'all, like for real. But we're gonna call him Tommy for short. And today I'm introducing Tommy's mom, who we're going to call Eagle. We're gonna call her Eagle because eagles are big, bald birds. I don't think I need to elaborate. This story took place back in 2019. This was the beginning of me and Tommy's relationship. It honestly should have been the end. So during this time period, I don't know what was in the air, y'all, but me and Tommy were fighting like cats and dogs. Okay, we were beefing like actual enemies. I don't know what that was about. This was the beginning of the relationship. So like, why are y'all already fighting so much? It should have been done there. So I remember one day I had told Tommy, you know what? I'm done. I'm done fighting with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. I want to break up. And y'all, Tommy literally was like,
okay, fine. If that's what you want, that's fine. We could break up.
That was a red flag immediately, because one thing about Tommy never left me alone. Okay, if you know, you know. Okay, Tommy used to straight up say no. So I was like, why is he giving in so easily? I literally remember just staring at the phone for a second because I was like, okay, yeah, you want some weird shit. So I remember I had just hung up on him. But like, y'all, the more I was sitting and thinking about the fact that he just said okay to me breaking up with him, like, I was like, something is not right. So I remember I had called him later and I was like, I'm coming to get my stuff. And he was like,
oh, I'm not home right now, and by the time I get home, it's gonna be late. So you can just come tomorrow.
Tomorrow? So I'm like, where is Eagle at? She's not home? He talking about...
No, she's not home. She at her boyfriend's house.
So I'm like, okay, is your brother home? He talking about...
My brother is not home.
Yeah. His brother didn't have no job, no friends, no girlfriend, not a pot to fucking piss in. That man did not used to leave the fucking house. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna come another day. Knowing damn well I was about to get my ass right in that car and zoom straight to his house because you're lying. This day, I just felt it in my bones, y'all. And so I remember I had like waited like an hour because I literally had sat at my house, y'all, gaslighting myself, even though I knew Tommy was a liar. Tommy used to lie about air and water. Like, them big ass eyes would get real like shifty and he would just lie straight through them big ass teeth of his. Like, he wasn't even a good liar, y'all. Like, he used to say anything. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm going over there. I pull up to his house and I already think y'all know whose broke down, raggedy ass, scraped up ass car I see front and center. Tommy's. So not only do I see Tommy's car, but I see Eagle's raggedy ass car too. You're a liar. So I get out the car and I'm walking up to the door. Girl, my heart is pounding. So I get to the door. I'm knocking on the door. There's no answer. So I knock again, and this time I hear whispering. I can't make out what's being said, but I can hear Eagle's voice. So I start calling both of them, and neither one of them are answering their phone. I can literally hear them whispering through the door. So Eagle opens the door finally, and she's like, "Hey, Lily, you didn't tell me you were coming?" Not once have I ever called this lady to ever tell her that I was ever coming to her house. So I try and immediately like walk past her to go to the back, like where Tommy's room is. And she's like, "Lily, come in my room. Like, I want to show you what I bought today." I'm not gonna lie, this wasn't out the ordinary because like she would always call me in her room to show me things that she bought, like when she went shopping. So I was like, but when I got in her room, she closed the door. She don't ever close her door, like ever. It's always wide open. So she's showing me the stuff that she bought or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, at a point, it seemed like she just started pulling shit out her ass, y'all. Like, cause she needed to stall. So I ended up telling her, like, you know, I just came to grab something really quickly from Tommy. I'm in a rush right now. And so I try to leave. Do y'all know that this big ass lady jumped her ass in front of her door and was like,
"You can't go out there."
What? She's like,
"Him and his brother are back there. They're about to take something out and I don't want you to see it."
"Bitch, am I 5? And what the fuck are they taking out? Is it a body? Like, what are you talking about right now?" So I told her, like, I have to go. So at this point, she's literally ignoring me, okay? But she's still standing in front of her door. So I go to the window in her room because he literally would have to like walk past her window to get to his car. If he didn't walk past the window, he would have to walk all the way around his building. Do y'all know that this lady called her son and said,
"Take the long way because she's standing at the window"?
You a op for real. I got so mad, y'all, and I literally just started going off on her. So I just started telling her, like, you are not only a poor excuse for a mother, but for a woman. How dare you help this man cheat on me and you smile in my face every single day? I literally started calling her all types of weirdos to her face. Like, and I honestly, to this day, I don't regret it because what the fuck is wrong with you? So then she starts yelling back and she's like,
"Don't disrespect me in my house. Your attitude is always so nasty and that's why he's cheating on you now."
Bitch. So I was like, yeah, and that's why his dad cheated on you and had 2 babies on you. And she was like,
"Why would you say something like that? Have you lost your mind?"
and so I just started laughing. One thing about me, when I get nervous or if I'm like in an uncomfortable situation, like I start laughing. So I start laughing and she's like, "And you think this is funny? You think this is funny?" And so she's just yelling at this point. She's going on and on and on. So while she's in the middle of her yelling, I hear the front door slam. I have never used all my might to push somebody so big out the way. I literally pushed her and I ran straight through that front door. Y'all, why when I get outside do I see Tommy and a girl running to his car? So I'm standing there looking stupid, mouth just open wide, just looking dumb. Like, I could not believe my eyes. Like, I knew he was on some fuckery, but like somewhere in the back of my mind, I still was like in denial. So I started to like run a little bit in their direction, and then I just stopped because I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, so they ended up getting in the car and then they just sped off. So I'm just standing there just dumbfounded because I could not believe this was happening. I remember going back in the house to get my purse, and I remember Eagle just standing there looking so stupid. I had rolled my eyes so hard at her and I was like, you were just so disgusting. And then I just got my stuff and left. So Tommy calls me later on that night. I don't even know why I answered, y'all. He talking about,
I know it looks bad, but that girl, she lives in my apartment building. She just had to use the restroom, and I know you be tripping. Like, I know you was gonna go crazy if you seen a girl in the house.
all I could do was laugh, y'all, because what? So I'm like, why did your mom tell me that you were cheating on me then? Y'all, the phone went dead silent. He talking about,
oh, you know my mom, she just be saying anything. She just be talking.
Y'all, I hung up in his face because don't play with me. Me and Tommy did stay broken up, but we did get back together after like 2 months of our breakup. I know. I have so many stories about Tommy and Eagle and also the nonsense that I was doing during that breakup time. But we gonna get into all of that later. I realized a lot of boy moms are really coddlers and enablers to grown-ass men, and it's really disgusting and disturbing. So what did we learn today, y'all? If you're breaking up with somebody, stand on it because you're doing it for a reason. That man's mom is not your friend, okay? She's gonna ride for her son every time. And 3, beat his mama up. I'm just playing. Anyway, stay blessed. Bye, y'all.
I overheard the most vicious conversation at the Marshall's checkout line, and I have to tell you because I tried telling my husband and he didn't care. He did not appreciate or understand the drama. And this is like petty gossip. So if you don't care or you're so far above it, just like keep scrolling. I was standing at the checkout line with my little cart with my little outfits and my little candles, and I was standing behind 2 girls, and they couldn't have been more than like 21, 22 years old. They looked like college age, and I don't know their names, but we're gonna call them Ava and Sophia because I would bet money that that was their names. Sophia was talking about her boyfriend, and I was telling Ava that she found his ex-girlfriend's Instagram, and I tried to mind my business, but my little ears were honestly like, boop. Sophia shows Ava a picture of the ex-girlfriend, and she says something like, I don't think she's that cute. Ava's response, her friend's response was, actually, I think she's really pretty. My blood pressure drops because I am 30 years old. I have shown a lot of pictures. I have been shown a lot of pictures, and I know that the only appropriate response is, I mean, I think you're so much cuter. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't have to be toxic. You don't have to drag the other woman down and be like, oh my God, she's so ugly. But 9 times out of 10, your friend is showing you that picture because she needs validation and she's feeling insecure. And I don't know, as a friend, I would like to give my friend that validation. But the story doesn't end there. Sophia sets herself up again and asks, but is she like prettier than me? And Ava's response is, I mean, she is really pretty. And at this point, I just want to leave. I mean, the silence between these 2 girls has grown so deafening. You can tell that they are not happy with each other. And it is just a train wreck, a car wreck that I cannot look away from. I have literally thought about this every day since it happened. And you know who else is probably thinking about it? Sophia. I've literally never thought about the power, the absolute control that you are just handing over on a silver platter when you show those pictures. Like, I'm not doing that shit again. But I don't know. Maybe Sophia had it coming and Ava was just like getting back at her for something. Who knows?
Hey guys, so I just wanted to make this TikTok because I feel like I owe you guys kind of an explanation, and I also just wanted to rant to you guys about some things that have been going on because you guys are very supportive of me and my family and we really appreciate it. And I just think you should be aware of the things that have been going on because there's reasons why I haven't posted as much, or back then I wasn't posting as much, and I just want to be a better content creator for you guys and start getting out there. But I just wanted you to be aware of these things so you guys just don't think I just wasn't posting videos for no reason. So as you guys know, my dad did die when I was 14 years old, and when I found him and his house passed away, I took a pregnancy test right before and found out I was pregnant. So I found out I was pregnant and lost my dad in the same day.
Now, I was living with my dad, and since my dad had passed away, I had to go live with my mom and be with my mom. Since my dad passed away, she started treating me a different way. It got really bad. There was times when I would cry and grieve over my dad while I was pregnant, and she would sit there and scream in my face. Fast forward, I have Nova and everything, and she meets this new dude that she is currently still with now. Things were getting really bad, and it felt like Dylan and I had to walk on eggshells no matter what we did, no matter what we said. We were scared and felt like we couldn't use our voice. And that is when I started posting on TikTok, was to get a distraction from the things that were going on in my house. When I started TikTok, it made my mom very, very angry because I did have a wish list, and multiple people were so kind enough to use their own money to purchase things for me and my daughter. Anytime a package came to the door or I said anything about TikTok, my mother was very, very negative about it and was just very angry about it. And I never understood why, because I know if my child was successful on an app and people were supporting her and very kind to her, especially when she had just lost her dad and found out she was pregnant, I would be very happy for my daughter that she has a connection with people like that. So then her boyfriend, he ended up doing some very bad things to me. Never physically touched me, but he did reveal himself to me and expose himself to me multiple times. I was very scared and I didn't know what to do, so one night I decided to tell my mom what her boyfriend was doing. Instead of my mom supporting me and being there for me, she threatened me and told me that she would move me out of my boyfriend's house and moved me into a house with them by myself, because they were living in my boyfriend's house and then they moved out as soon as I turned 18. So the one person who was supposed to protect me did not protect me. She failed me. And after she found out and he knew that she knew about what he was doing, he just got worse because she didn't care and she didn't do anything. I felt very trapped. I didn't know what to do. I stopped posting on TikTok and I just sat in my room every single day for months on straight. I get to post my cooking videos that I make for you guys because I didn't want to go downstairs and be around them. Every time I went downstairs, her boyfriend made me really uncomfortable, and if I was off or my attitude was off or anything, my mom would make a huge fight about it and it would just be a huge thing, and she'd threaten me with all this stuff, saying she's going to take stuff away from me, and she even threatened to put me in foster care. That is why I was just not posting for such a long time, and I just kept telling you guys I was sick, but really I just could not leave my room. I could not be around the people that were living in my house. Dylan went to work at 6 p.m. and he gets off at 6 a.m. So he would literally go downstairs and make sure me and Nova had enough food from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. when it was her bedtime, because I refused to go down there if he was not here because I felt uncomfortable. Then I turned 18. She made sure she made my 18th birthday the most miserable day of my life. And a couple days after that, she got the hint that it was time for her and her boyfriend to move out of my house after what they have put me and my family through. Now that they have moved out of my house, I'm getting constantly harassed and stalked. Will not stop texting my friends, and my mom's boyfriend has even been in my yard and has messed with my car that I had just got. The harassment is never ending with them, and I also just got a call from my school today stating that my mom unenrolled me in school. And for the last 2 years, she was stealing my social security that I was getting from my dad. And she's also still claiming me on food stamps and my daughter on food stamps. So she's getting all this money for food to feed her and her boyfriend that did these bad things to me. I just wanted to post this and just tell you guys what has been going on, because I know I'm not active and I am so sorry about that. I just found out I am pregnant and she just will not stop harassing me along with her boyfriend. So yeah, I just wanted to apologize. I know I'm not active. I'm going to start being active. Me and Dylan are really gonna start getting into the TikTok creating because we love you guys and you guys have just been so supportive of us. And I remember when we started off with 500 followers and now we're almost at 95,000 followers, and it just blows my mind, and you guys mean so much to me. I really just wanted to fill you in and give you guys an explanation. So yeah, that all aside, I just want to ask you guys if there's any videos or things you want me to talk about or explain more, and I can do it. Just let me know. And I also just wanted to add in, if your child tells you that something is going on or something is wrong, don't ignore their feelings. Please, please, please listen to them, because children don't just make up some stories like this. And thank you guys for listening and watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all have an amazing night.
I always see everybody telling their story times of how they caught their partner cheating. So let me tell y'all mine. So this motherfucker So he was from Chicago, right? He finally came back from Chicago and came back to Georgia. This is the first week that we're together. So one day he comes home. It's late. He come home. He playing a game on his phone. He fall asleep. I look over like, not today. I chose my peace. I chose my peace. But then the next day, he do it again. And he never leave his phone open. This never happened. So I was like, nah. And not to mention, I literally had a dream that he was cheating on me. I woke up and his phone was open. Come on now. So I went through that, mom. He cheated on me. Okay, he cheated, whatever. We work it out. And I'm like, nah, something's still not right. Like, I don't know. I don't trust this man. But he was so sly. He a Scorpio like me. We sneaky. Like, Scorpios are sneaky. But he was so low-key. He was so undercover. There was no way for me to find. His phone was never open again. Like, there was no way for me to really, like, put the pieces together for real. Y'all, why? This is when Apple had the SIM cards. Why I take his SIM card out his phone, took the SIM card out mine, and put his SIM card in my phone. So I had his number now. I had his number. Y'all, I used his number to get into his Instagram, his Snapchat. People was texting and calling. I found out everything. And yeah, that's how I found out. Through the motherfucking SIM card. I was like, there was no way, y'all. Like, he was so low-key, it was no way. I had no choice.
You ready with me when I talk about rumors that were spread about me? This is gonna be a good one. Daddy's money, except there is a catch to that. I don't even have a dad. Newsflash, I don't even have a dad, but great try, great try. Second rumor, I lied about my mom dying. What the fuck? What the fuck? Crazy, because every time we would hang out, I would tell you, oh, I have to text my mom. Let me call my mom. So I guess my mom's dead. This is the biggest one. Oh, this is the biggest one. Everyone knows me as this, okay? A druggie. My music isn't working anymore, but I just don't know how I'm a druggie when I've never touched a drug in my life. Maybe it's from like all the Advil and Excedrin I take because like I'm physically ill, like I have chronic illness. Don't know where they got that one from. This is a good one. This is a good one. That I was gonna up a school. That's not even funny. Like, I'm laughing, but that's not funny. Number one, that's not even something to joke about. School shootings are very serious too. Where the fuck am I getting a gun? 3, I had to get my backpack checked every day before like class. Like, I would walk into the school, and if I didn't go to the office, they would call my name like on speakers and say like, Megan Adams, come to the office, blah blah blah. I don't even care about that part. I care about the part where somebody is lying about a school shooting. But it's because she didn't want anyone in the friend group being friends with me anymore, so then she like told everyone that like I'm a druggie and I'm like all that stuff. Sometimes rumors be so insane that I don't even know how to defend myself. Like, wait, I did that? I did that? Wait, this actually might have to be the best one yet. That I was in a gang. That rumor was when I was in 8th grade. Tell me how in 8th grade I'm in a gang. Like, people were texting me about it and they said, are you in like the blank like town gang? Guys, the town they said is like a bitch made town. Not even that. How the fuck do you think I'm in a gang? Like, I find it even funnier because half of these came from people that I've never talked to before. So like when these things were said, I was like, who even is this person? And I did that shit because it'd be the most random things, bro. Like, the things that they were saying that I was doing, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I did that? I don't think I did that. Doesn't sound right. Another one, like, the really big ones was, like, I was a hoe. But, like, I feel like a lot of girls get that. So I said my, like, more unique ones. But I've actually recently just got that I did stuff with my ex. Like, yeah. I've actually never done anything like any of that, so... Also, I've never talked to this girl ever. She's just, like, telling people that I did stuff with my ex. But honestly, I'm not mad at her because I think it was the guy telling her because he cannot have his feelings hurt. You guys, this man is literally a fucking baby. He cannot get his feelings hurt. It's sad.
Like, it's that one guy that, like, added me and then I didn't add him back and then he unadded me. I know damn well he was so pissed off. It was so funny. I know I'm making a video joking about it and I don't really care about it now, but keep in mind that rumors do take lives and it actually means a lot. Think before you speak, because sometimes, you know, you can be in the moment and be like, words don't matter, but they do, and they take lives and they hurt people. So please think before you speak. I love you guys. Bye.
New Orleans is haunted. I mean, this isn't a secret, but I have received quite a few spooky and haunting stories from New Orleans. Now, if you guys know the ties between New Orleans and Haiti, this all makes sense. So it is no doubt in my mind that New Orleans voodoo is pretty powerful. People over there, they know what they're doing. They're not just witches, they're voodoo priests and priestesses. And based on how haunted the entire town is, the actual humans in New Orleans aren't alone, as there are demons and creatures walking among them looking human. I don't know if you guys have seen this video. So this man was trying to get this dude to rub elbows with him. The caption says, you meet a random man on Bourbon Street saying that he can tell you your future if you just tap his elbow. But Shadow Man taught you better than that. In the entire video, it seems like he was really pushing him to rub elbows with him. Almost like coercing him into it. Like, come on, just do it. What are you afraid of? He was not with it. One thing that did stick out to me was the fact that dude right here had to get his permission to rub elbows together. That he couldn't just rub his elbow against his. He needed his consent and his permission as well. Now, why? What is the point of rubbing elbows? Like, what would happen? Apparently, this is like the oldest trick in the book, to swap destinies with people. So the two joining elbows together. Apparently, elbows are known to like go every which direction, which in witchcraft or voodoo can be representing of life. So if you see someone and you want their lifestyle, their life, and what they want, their luck, you have to get their permission to rub elbows with you. That way, unbeknownst to the other person, they are actually swapping luck and destinies with you. So, you know, if you do it, then things in your life would just start going really bad, while the other person is living their best life. It's the little simple things that we don't look so deep into, or the little simple things that we don't believe in. Remember, you don't have to be scared of a dog for it to bite you. So to think, oh, I don't believe in that superstitious shit, I'm just gonna go rub elbows with everybody or shake everybody's hand. You don't have to be scared of a dog for it to bite you. You don't have to be scared of something for it to affect you. Even if you don't believe in it, just be safe than sorry. Don't go around rubbing elbows with people. Don't go around shaking hands with people. Anything that seems like it's sealing a deal, don't do it. Me personally, I feel like I would have got, which is why knowledge is key. It's so important. I don't know nothing about rubbing elbows. I probably would have been like, yeah, he trying to tell me my future. God damn. Be safe out there, y'all. I don't know how y'all do it out in New Orleans. Anyway, like I say in every single video, I love you, my abducted humans, from your favorite Haitian homegirl.